In Isaiah 8:12 through 13, it says, "Do not call a conspiracy everything this people calls a conspiracy. Do not fear what they fear. Do not dread it. The Lord Almighty is the one you are to regard as holy. He is the one you are to fear. He is the one you are to dread." That is Isaiah 8:12 through 13. So, what is the Lord really getting at here? Or what is he trying to say? It was not as though there were not conspiracies in those times that were going on, or that they were all false claims. But the Lord is redirecting his people's focus back to himself. So if we look back in the chapter prior, we see in Isaiah 7, there was a conspiracy going on with Pekah, king of Israel, who conspired with Rezin, king of Aram, to try to dethrone Ahaz. And they had conspired together to do this. And if we look back on that passage, we will see what was going on. If you want to turn to that and read it yourself in your free time. But they were trying to dethrone Ahaz, king of Judah, from his place. That is Isaiah 7 through 8, 7, 8 through 9 primarily. Yet as Christians, our focus should always be on Christ and the Lord. If we look at Colossians 3, 1 through 4, it tells us the things we are to set our minds upon. Set your minds upon the things above, where Christ is seated at the right hand of God. Set your heart on the things above, and not on earthly things. For you died, and your life is now hidden with Christ in God. That's basically what Colossians 3, 1 through 4 says. And so, what does God say here? He says, "Do not fear what they fear, and do not dread it." And then the Lord goes on to say, "The Lord Almighty is the one you are to regard as holy. He is the one you are to dread and fear." So ultimately, God should be feared. And Jesus later on teaches this. In Matthew 10:26 through 31, he says, "So do not be afraid of them. There is nothing concealed that will not be disclosed, or hidden that will not be made known. What I tell you in the dark, speak in the daylight. What is whispered in your ear, proclaim it on the roofs. Do not be afraid of those who kill the body, but cannot kill the soul. Rather be afraid of the one who can destroy both soul and body in hell. Are not 2 sparrows sold for a penny? Yet not one of them will fall to the ground outside of your Father's care. And even the very hairs of your head are all numbered. So do not be afraid. You are worth more than many sparrows." Matthew 10:26 through 31. So Jesus is telling us as believers that we should fear nothing really but God. As we see in the Proverbs, it says, "Fear of man proves to be a snare, but whoever trusts the Lord is kept safe." Every secret work of darkness will eventually be exposed for all to see, and that should cause each of us some dread and motivate us to live a holy life, an honest life, and one of integrity. God bless.